Hi guys, thanks for watching. I'm here to share, I guess, an introduction to something that I'm going to be sharing with you on YouTube. I have been working on trying to, or my family has been trying to work on a way to overhaul our lifestyle to live a more frugal lifestyle. And it's something that we've been talking about and trying to figure out for a really long time, but right now we know that this is absolutely essential that we start implementing these things into our life now that we have our son. My son is 6 months old, and it's become more clear now than ever that we need to live more simply and to cut back on our excess. And I know that a big part of our excess is from my excess spending. So I know that I'm an impulsive shopper, and I know that I really view shopping as a hobby like many people, but I guess I didn't realize how out of control I feel like it's become. And I'm trying to say things in a non-offensive way, because I'm not trying to say that, if you're a shopper that you're wrong or that this is a bad thing. But for me, with our lifestyle and our finances, I know that I need to turn things around. And I feel like if I share this on here, not only am I holding myself accountable, but hopefully I can help somebody else that's struggling maybe with some of the issues that we've been struggling with. No, I'm not going to go into I'm not going to go into major details. I'm just going to go into kind of very broad, general information, things that I'm working on specifically with myself, really, because I really don't think it's appropriate for us to share specific information about our finances. But I definitely know that I want to share as much as I possibly can. Basically kind of my journey, for lack there of a better word, and kind of like a series, again, lack there of a better word, of my process going through this. So I want to focus right now on basically kind of like phase 1 of our Operation Frugal Lifestyle is to work on my excess impulse spending. And I always thought that I was such a great shopper because I always shopped thrift stores, and I always found clearance, and I always had coupons. And while those things are really good, but when you do that kind of shopping constantly, I'm not really saving money, at least. I'm not. And I end up buying things that I don't use very long, and I end up having to buy new things because it wasn't what I really had wanted, and I just settled for it. So there's definitely some tips that I'm tips that I'm trying to phase into my life, whether it's a lot of it is from analyzing my own spending habits, and some of it I've gotten from reading blogs, budgeting blogs, like stay-at-home mom blogs, because if you've watched my videos, you may know that I am a part-time mom. I'm a full-time mom, okay, but I'm a part-time working mom. So we're definitely cutting back. Our income is cut back a little bit with me working that way. We are saving in many ways, such as paying for daycare and things like that. But bottom line is we need to change a little bit of our spending habits, and specifically with mine needs to change quite a bit. So I guess this is just kind of an introduction to that. I am going to share some tips that I don't know if tips is the right word, but just some steps that I'm trying to implement into my lifestyle as an impulse shopper, somebody who enjoys shopping as a pastime. So without further ado, I'm going to just end the video here, and then I'm going to make a separate video on those tips because I think this is already very long for an intro, so I'm just going to kind of make this an introduction video. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for that. I will record as I possibly can. There's not always time, although there should be more time because I'll be doing less impulsive shopping. But I will definitely update as much as possible on it. If you're interested, I hope you will watch it. If not, I completely understand. I hope you have wonderful willpower, and I wish you the best. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.